The one and only Ahmed Ali.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate doing videos, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up with one particular student like me. You have hundreds of students. You are just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi Amar, good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of the customized roadmap and mocks, and you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me. Mr. Amir, thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how is his program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because questions were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes, who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amir, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me 1 year, one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you that are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said yes, you are ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through LinkedIn, so some of your thoughts, always motivating me, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back when I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amir, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, yeah, please, everyone should do your mock for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed, and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP. So I had to book for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching all.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm there, Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then you're left with always like two answers. Which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. So thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had the foundation of engagement, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands.
Now I'm going to ask you, who here wants to be successful? Like, I love to ask this question because success is something that everyone wants. Everyone wants success. There is not a single person, at least I have ever met, who or she does not want to be successful. It's not about being successful that's a problematic. That goes without saying. It's about what you are willing to achieve, willing to do to get that success, right? If you want to become certified PMP, one of the important thing that I put into that how you are going to do, right? How you are going to do it, how you are going to look into that. That's a very, very important question. And most of the time when people ask me, hey Amir, why do you ask this question? The reason is that it all comes down to the most important thing. The most important thing is doing the right thing at the right time. And most of the time we don't do that. We think, okay, I'll do this thing and I'll do that and I'll get that. No. It does not comes like that. You need to work on your success. You need to build on that thing. So I would like to welcome all of you to the class. I would like to welcome you to this session. And in this session, we are going to solve 5 EST question answers. I called it EST because this coaching call is mostly attended by EST people. So let's get with this and let's start solving the question answers. We'll solve 5 question answers. Question number 1 is in front of your screen.
Benefits and
Put in the chat box what are your answers. Justification of the answer is very important. Like, why do you think this should be the answer? Why do you think this should be the answer for this? Okay, let me see what do we have here. Team program. Okay, so you're a project manager working in a large pharmaceutical company for last 10 years. You have been working with the same team. Due to severe COVID, one team member got sick, cannot work. You had a new team member. At which stage is your team as of today? Now, this question goes back to a very critical part of the questions, that when a new team member comes, what happens? Whenever a new team member comes, what happens? You see, if we talk about normal projects, people in the projects, they don't want to change the team. And there is a big reason behind why the people don't want to change that team. If the same team is working with them, they can perform effectively. When a new team member comes, they even a single person come, they think differently, they work into differently, so they don't want to do that thing, right? So let's say if you're this is the Tuckman ladder. If your team is this, then forming, storming, norming, and then ideally performing. So this is called Tuckman ladder, right? Then adjourning also. When a team member come, a new team member, it go jump back to the forming stage. You need to coordinate with them. You need to work with them. So it goes back to the forming stage. So not performing, not storming, not norming. It goes back to the forming stage. D option. You were managing a large project when COVID hit. As a result, now after 3 years, you are back to business as usual. You want to document that this may happen in future in your project. Which document will reflect this? Now, this you want to document may happen in your project. Okay, this. Now we are talking about your project, right? In your project, not other project. This happen. This can again happen in your project. Anything that can happen in your project. This means may or may not thing, right? May or may not. So any may or may not, always go to risk register. This is an interesting question in a context that if this is happening in your project, this may or may not happen, and we need to look into that. So A would be the right answer. You are managing the project. You are managing the project with team that distributed all over the world. Guys, put in the chat box your answers. Okay. You are having different communication problems. What can you do improve the communication? They are distributed all over the world. You are having communication. So use this as the one of the tip. Whenever there is a communication, whenever, no matter what, co-locate them. You put them all into one place. We work with them. We start working into that. Co-location or working with them in one location can help you improve their communication. A is the right answer. G, put your answers in the chat box. Let's see. Okay, guys, I want you to put your answers in the chat box so that. Okay, Asman Arshad, we will use this. Thank you for the class. A kid suggestion. Please make your pace a little bit fast. No, it's not recorded. It's live, Osman Rashid. It's not recorded. It's live. It's in YouTube. Just make your pace a little bit fast. Rule number one, Osman Rashid, that I always recommend is to slow down, not to go fast. By the way, Osman Rashid, you can also watch question answers on LinkedIn or YouTube, sorry. You're the project manager working in a construction company. You want to make a plan. You want to see which resource will be available and where to document it. So when you want to document something about the time when the resources will come, it's not resource plan. No, no resource. A would be the right answer. An IT project manager, you are having difficulties. For last four sprint, client has rejected. You want to make sure client accept. Which document make sure it makes client requirement. You see, this is has nothing to do. This is has nothing to do with. Like always, PMP question, you are left with two options: DoD or acceptance criteria. You already show to the client when you consider you it meets your DoD. So that's not the answer. You're left with C options. Final question. First of all, is this question clear to you or not? This is very important. This question does come in the exam, DoD and acceptance criteria. This thing is kind of an interesting thing to put into the context, and we need to understand this thing, right? You're working in a state-of-the-art project during 4 days of week. Client asks that he want and an team is not agreeing as they are saying sprint backlog was agreed. What will you? You will communicate to the client it cannot be added as a team is not agreeing. You will accept the client requirement as agile accept requirement. So who can accept the requirement in agile? That's a very important thing here. Okay, the point here is not about that to do that or not. This is the job of the product owner. The product owner will facilitate the requirement. He'll take it and work into that. Okay, so you will facilitate the meeting and you will go with that. So that's your 5 questions for today. So before we move forward, I just want to share with you guys, my class is starting on this Friday, and this will be one of the best class we did because of multiple reasons. You will get this thing, the 7-step formula. This is the price of the program. Okay, so like whatever your story is, like all of these people cleared the PMP, but something very special, me and my team has been working for a long time, and for the first time in this program we will be sharing that with you. So I'll give you a sneak peek of that. That is basically called as checklist for PMP. Okay, that's a PMP checklist. Let me show you just one part of the checklist, quality maybe. Okay, and all this checklist will be the master thing for our preparation. Okay, this is not just one thing, this will be a master thing for the preparation. For example, let's show you. Where is my quality checklist? Yeah, so you see, student, I called it student understanding checklist. I understand what quality plan is. You will get, I can explain what is cost of conformance, cost of non-conformance, what KPI matrix is. Like after the class, I'll give this thing to every single student, to every single topic. So as a result, what will happen when you will go through this thing, this is just one page. Okay, I understand what does define, measure, analyze, improve, control it. Okay, this will ensure each and every single thing into that. Okay, so this is a very important thing, and that will, like quality tool, I know what histogram shows, scatter diagram. When you will take 5 minutes and go through it, you can master the entire PMP. This is the most beautiful document that has ever been created for PMP. Most exclusive document. And I just shared it with you that what is this thing and how you can use that document. Okay, how you can use that document. So this will be given in this program. This is the first time we made it, and we will be sharing into that. So if you are someone who wants to do PMP, this is the time we can start your journey and we can help you with that. So I hope that helps you and that motivated you for that. Hi Samia. Even Samia, she's a recently certified PMP. She has never seen that checklist, right? This is that recent that I made it. Like actually, I haven't made it yet. It is still in progress. We are working onto it, and we'll make sure that you get this thing. Okay. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you become certified PMP in the minimum possible time. Looking forward to guide you, coach you, and work with you when you join in this journey. And I wish you best of luck.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I would be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.